Hello. So I decided to do more Walmart Spark because Walmart Spark's pretty decent. It's paying pretty well, especially relative to like DoorDash and Lyft right now in my area. And a big part of that is because like the college students that come here for fall spring semesters aren't here yet. The fall semester starts next week, so things should pick up. But yeah, I'm doing Walmart Spark until the foreseeable future, because it's like paying well. And a good thing about that is it's like been pretty busy. I was thinking that, given the fact that today is a Monday, August 10th, 2026, I was thinking that it wasn't going to be that good, but it's still pretty good. I thought I had just got lucky because it was a Sunday the other day. But yeah, I logged in and I got my first batch, and I won't be able to pick it up until 5:45. I'm already sitting outside of Walmart and it's 5:39 right now. So I'm just gonna wait until 5:45 hit, and then I'll be able to log on and head to go pick up my batch. And I believe it says 3 drop-offs, which is pretty good, and it's somewhere around $26. And I think that I have a $4 incentive for doing this batch within this time frame. So yeah, I'll check back in when I get the items. All right, I just got that batch. Originally I said it was a 3 drop-off batch, but it was actually a 5 drop-off batch. And then, like, as I was waiting for the Walmart associates to pack everything up, things got adjusted and updated, and it turns out that it is in fact a 3 drop-off batch. So that's pretty good. The only thing is that one of these orders is a large order, and it includes a case of waters. And like, it's a large order. I think it has like somewhere around like 40 items. So it's gonna take me probably like 3 or 4 trips back from the car to the door. But that's okay, because this, like I said, like this is only paying around like $26 plus the $4 incentive. And I think it's estimated that I should complete this in like 45 minutes. So yeah, this is just a quick one, or relatively quick. So I'll check back in after I get to after I complete the first drop off. Hopefully the first drop off is the big batch, so I can get that one out the way. Okay, it looks like, okay, so that first drop off was complete, and that was actually the smallest of the 3 drop offs. So I'm like a little disappointed because like this one was really easy, and it's a house, and the house was just like walking distance from Walmart. So that was like a really easy one. It would have been so convenient if that house was the one that had the large batch. But now I am off to the second drop off, and funny enough, the second drop off is the second smallest one. So the largest one is the largest batch is going to be the last drop off, which is funny because I was just saying that I wanted it to be the first one. So off I go to the second one. All right, that second one was easy breezy. It was about like anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes away from the first drop off. So this second drop off was pretty smooth. It's a house, and like I said, it was the second smallest one. It only had about 10 items, maybe 10 to 20 items. I love to give ranges. But yeah, and the unfortunate thing is it's starting to rain. So it's starting to rain again. So hopefully I can go drop off this huge order, which has like 40 to 50 items. I can drop it off before it starts raining real hard, because I don't want to get drenched, nor do I want their food to get drenched. Okay, I just dropped off that last one. That actually went pretty smoothly. I was worried that I was gonna have to go up an apartment and like a flight of stairs and then leave it at the door and not have any help. But when I pulled up to the drop off, it was a house, and 2 people were there helping me. So all I had to do was just take the things from my trunk and hand it right to them, and they took it to their homes, or to their house. So that was actually pretty smooth. And so I'm not going to tally up everything just yet, because I accepted another batch since that didn't take too long. And the rain has let up, so I'm going to do this other batch. This other batch, unfortunately, is the first time that I'm going to have to actually shop. And this one is like, I think it's two people that I'm shopping for, and each person has about like 10 to 15 items. So that's unfortunate, but it's only like 3 miles, I think, of actual travel time between leaving Walmart and dropping off all the orders to each respective person. So I think in the short run, like, I'll just be spending most of my time shopping, and I'll be saving on gas and wear and tear on my car. So I don't know, this seems like to be better than like DoorDash and Lyft, and especially Lyft. So I'm like thinking, dang, all these years I've been doing Lyft, I could have been doing Walmart Spark. But then again, Walmart Spark just started not too long ago. I'll probably have to look up and see when Walmart Spark became a thing. But anyways, I'm gonna go start my shopping at Walmart. Okay, so I completed that shopping or batch, and unfortunately that took me forever. Let me check to see how long. Let me see when my quitting time was. Okay, yeah, I made it out of Walmart at 7:52, and I can't remember when I started. I have to look back again. But yeah, this was not fun because it seemed like it took me forever. Yeah, I couldn't find some of the things because they were out of stock, and that was annoying. And then I just bypassed the notification that told me to check with the customer, see if they wanted any substitutions, because I was getting frustrated. This is not good. Like, this literally is not good for my mania. My mania wants me to basically accomplish things really quickly and make money like every minute, but that did not work out. I mean, it's working out, but it's taking a long time, or it feels like. But I'm pretty sure I'm probably right where I need to be. But let me finish putting all these things inside the car, and I will check in after my first drop off. Okay, I was freaking out for no reason. When I looked at the picture that I took when I started shopping in Walmart, it was like 7:50, 7:55 or something like that, and I left the store. No, it was like 7 something, and then when I left the store, it was like around 8. So I was freaking out for no reason, because like I was right on target. Like, I did all the shopping in 1 hour, and then it took me like 15 minutes to just drop off the first batch. And that was not that bad, because like, I mean, it was just like both of these are small orders, 10 to 15 items. And so I took that order up there. It was upstairs, but it was just one flight of stairs. And like I said, it was only like 10 to 14, 15 items. And so I did it all in one trip. So now I'm about to do this second order, and the second order has a case of waters and like some mulch, I think. Yeah, mulch, I think that's the word. And so it looks like it's gonna take me 2 trips to do this, unfortunately. So we'll see like whether or not it's an apartment building or a house or a business. Probably an apartment complex or a house. We'll see. Okay, I was able to drop off that second order. It was pretty smooth. Although I had to go back to the car 2 times to pick up the food and stuff. The apartment was on the ground floor, but the only unfortunate thing was the mulch that I got was for person A, and I thought it was for person B. So the unfortunate thing was I had to come back to the first drop off to deliver that to the person. And although that was unfortunate, the fortunate thing was that they didn't get their food from the front of the door yet. So I was able to just add the mulch with the rest of the things, and I took a picture just in case any issue comes up. I can just have photogenic proof of me delivering that mulch. Yeah, so yeah, that was pretty much a good day. Okay, so I did a total of 2 batches from Walmart. I did one that was just to pick up, and I just had to pick up the orders and deliver it, and it was 3 stops. And then I went back to Walmart, and I was able to get a shopping order, and I had to shop for 2 different customers and then drop off to the 2 different customers. So that gave me a base earnings, confirmed earnings of $34.71. And then given that I had the incentive going on, which was I get $4 after delivering each batch. So that, so basically I did 2 batches, even though there were multiple stops and trips. So I got $4 a piece for those. So that means I got $8 for that. And then a total of unconfirmed earnings, which are the tips. I won't know whether or not I actually get those tips until after 24 hours. You got to wait 24 hours after you deliver the goods in order to get, the tips, because the customers get to adjust it within that time frame. So if they don't change it, I would get $21.22, giving me a total of $63.93. And I think that was for about so the time is 8:54. So yeah, I don't know. And it would have been a little earlier, but I had to come back to the house to drop off the mulch. So I don't know. I think that was anywhere from like 3 hours to 4 hours. Well, probably like 3 hours. So that wasn't too bad. So about $20 per hour. And I'm kind of liking it because I'm not putting a lot of wear and tear on my car. I'm spending more time just like actually shopping when if I'm gonna shop. And that was actually my first shopping one, and it reminded me a lot like DoorDash. And it was kind of okay because like most of the items were in their correct places, and Walmart's pretty organized. Like they have everything based off of aisles and sections, and they tell you where on the shelves things should be. It's just what is annoying is when whenever there's like a seasonal change and they move things around in Walmart, that's what kind of messes the whole system up, is because they have to constantly update whenever they're changing the location of things. And then on top of that, like when they're adding I guess the next big holiday coming up is Halloween. So they're as the school season, school is starting up, grade school and college for a lot of people. So they're putting up school supplies, and they're adding more. They're stocking up and putting more things on shelves for the students, which is like causing them to move things around. And then you got Halloween coming up. I saw some stores are already putting up some things for Halloween. So yeah, so far so good. And I mentioned earlier that like my mania was being affected by this. As I mentioned in one of my videos, I am bipolar. So I deal with and it used to be called manic depressive, and so basically I deal with mood swings going as high as mania and hypermania, and going as low as being depressed sometimes. So when I'm manic and I'm doing like Lyft or DoorDash, I get an adrenaline, and it's kind of like I'm chasing the mania. It's like I enjoy the fact that I'm slowly chipping away at my goal, and I'm accomplishing my goal, and I'm earning money after each delivery, after each pickup, after each drop off. So it's kind of like fun. It's like a positive reinforcement, but the only thing is that can be to my detriment. So like I can, if I get too like energized and worked up, that that could lead to negative consequences. And I'll probably get into that eventually. But yeah, and what I was saying, like the difference between DoorDash and Lyft compared to Walmart is that with Walmart, like it's a lot slower. I'm not getting paid after each item that I'm finding. Like it's like I'm working a little longer before I see any payout. You know what I'm saying? And then like you're on a time crunch. It's like you have to, you know, put all your things in your shopping cart and get the things to the customers within a certain time frame, because, you know, especially if they have perishables and things that can spoil if they're not refrigerated within a certain amount of time. So I have to like rush, otherwise they'll cancel the order and I'll have to return the items to Walmart or Sam's Club, and I don't think I'll get paid for it. That's never happened because I'm new to Walmart Spark, so let's pray that that never happens. So I'll stop rambling on. I appreciate you watching the video today, and tune in tomorrow. Bye.